Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be something slightly different, and it's an idea that just came to me the other day, and I really hope you enjoy it because I think it's quite a fun topic. But today we're going to be chatting about products that annoy me. And what does that mean? This is not products that I don't like, products that disappointed me. This is not a disappointing products video. This is products that I like, that I use, but that I have issues with either the packaging, the colour selection, something like that. It's not like, you know, oh, I'm being so negative. It's not that. I don't know why I said that in an American accent. It's just more of like how I get on with these products and issues I have with them that I wish didn't exist, if that makes at all sense. I've got freshly washed hair, you know, when it's just all sort of like irritating. I kind of curled it and now it's just doing its own thing, but doesn't matter. Let's start off with a foundation, and this foundation is a foundation that I actually really like and use quite often, but I have a big issue with the colour selection. So the foundation in question is Revlon Colour Stay. Now, as you can see here, I've got 3 colours, and in my whole collection I've actually got 4 different colours of this. So this colour here is Sand Beige, which I matched myself to online, turned up, was way too light, and I was like, okay, never mind, I need a different colour. Then the different colour that I got was Fresh Beige, which is the one that I haven't got to show you because there's only a tiny bit left in that, which when I'm really pale works fine, but as soon as I've got a tiny bit more colour, it's too pale. I also had Medium Beige, which looks like it's slightly darker than Fresh Beige in the bottle, and the numbers are a bit all over the place. So you have like 240, and then I think Fresh Beige was 250, and I ended up buying this one by mistake, and I was stood there for ages trying to colour match me, and I just really struggle with the colour match with this. And then I also picked up 310, which is Warm Golden, which I think is a little bit closer to the shade that I actually am at the moment. I am quite tanned. I'm on day 1 of fake tan. But the shade selection in these is really confusing, and also the tones of the foundations I think are a bit hit and miss. I like my foundations yellow. These can vary more towards the pink end of the spectrum, which I don't particularly like. And also because they do, these are all the combination to oily range, but then they also do the, my phone's going off. They also do the dry to, is it like dry to very dry or something like that? Normal to dry range. The shades in that are slightly different tones to the shades in this. And I just find colour matching yourself in this range is really difficult. And that's why I've ended up with tons of them. And if you think about it, they're like £12.99 each. I could have literally just bought one really high-end foundation because it actually doesn't work out particularly good value for money. So I am annoyed about that. I do think they need to kind of make the shade selection a little bit clearer, and the numbers are a bit jumbled up, so it doesn't go like 180, 190, and you can clearly see. And for some reason as well, the colours look really similar in store, and you look at swatches online and they're not particularly convincing either. So yeah, this one's actually fine for me, the Warm Golden, but I find it a bit irritating. So that's it. Don't get me wrong, I love the foundation. It's my go-to winter foundation. It lasts beautifully on my very oily skin, so that's what's great about it, but that does annoy me. Another makeup product that annoys me are these. These are the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. Now, I've had a bit of a kind of love-hate relationship with these. I've got these in the shade Lover and Romantic. What my issue with these is I find them a bit sticky to apply. They don't kind of dry down like your average liquid lipstick, which, you know, I can get over that, that's fine. They stay on very nicely, more so than other lipsticks. But, and I've done a full review of these, my issue with these is you cannot reapply them. The texture of them, I'm going to swatch it on my hand and try and show you. I mean, like when you get it out here, look, you can see it's gloopy. It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just not, they're not like a waxy formula. They're more of a kind of a thick, sticky, gloopy formula. You can see that it's kind of got a sheen. And once that kind of sets, I'm gonna just pull my jumper up so I don't get it on my jumper. I'm wearing like a really sort of oversized jumper today. It sets, but it doesn't dry down, and then what happens is you end up with sticky lips that when you go to apply over the top, it just crumbles and you end up with like a patchy mess in the middle of your lip, and it looks really, really bad. So I think there's something kind of wrong with them, but I still do use them because I like the colours and I like kind of how there's a specific point when they're on your lips where they look amazing and they feel nice and they stay put. But anything kind of before and after that, not so much. So that annoys me. Another makeup, let's just all do makeup products first, okay, and then we'll do skincare. This is from Tanya Burr. This is the Tanya Burr Cosmetics Contour Stick. I've had 2 of these. I gave one of these to my sister, which was in the darker colour. This is in the light medium shade. And what annoys me about this product is I like the gold packaging, you know, it's fine. The colour itself is a very, very nice colour. It's a nice kind of not too orangey toned, bronzy kind of colour. Nice contour shade there, a little bit of grey in it, that's all good. But they're all like this. It's loose in the packaging, and I know it's a really stupid thing because it doesn't affect how it works, but it really irritates me. If you pull it all the way down, you hear that click? It's not loose anymore. Push it up a tiny bit for you to be able to actually use it. It's loose and it's annoying, and the lid always comes off in your makeup bag. It annoys me. Then another product which is actually quite old. This is one of the MAC Bare Canvas paints. This is supposed to be the most like matte, long lasting, stays put eye base a person could have. On me, not so much, but what I find annoying about this is the packaging. Firstly, it's annoying to get it to come out just a tiny bit. It always ends up coming out more, and I get it, it's paint, it's meant to be like a little tube of paint, but I just don't think it's particularly functional packaging. But sorry, the actual formula is really, really nice. Like, it's quite dry, it's blendable, it's not a horrible formula, but it just for some reason is dry but creases if I wear it on its own. If I wear it as an eye base underneath of something, it works really nicely. So it's a product that works, it's nice, but what irritates me is that I have to always wear something on top of it, and I bought it for the sole purpose of being able to wear it on its own just to kind of neutralise the colour of my lids a little bit. I can't do it with that, so it's kind of, I can't use it for the purpose that I wanted to use it for. So that's annoying. Other makeup items, these, I want to love these so much, okay? So I've got here the Benefit Posy Tint and the Benefit Lolly Tint, which are really lovely lip and cheek stains. So if you look at it like that, really, really pretty. Oh God, I'm gonna have to make sure I wash my hands really well after this. That's the colour there. It's like a lovely sheer pink, and then you can kind of blend it in. They're very sheer when you blend it in, mind you. Like, you're not really going to be able to see much of a colour here. See? But you can use it on your lips and on your cheeks. I don't like them on my lips. I think the formula kind of doesn't feel particularly nice and they're a bit patchy. But on cheeks, if you wear it with absolutely nothing underneath, they look great. But as soon as you want to wear these with concealer or foundation on top, you can't. They just go patchy, they're hard to blend, they don't sit nicely, they don't play well with other products, and it's so annoying because they're both such lovely, lovely colours. And if you think about where you would need to put blusher, so some people would put it on their apples, so like here. I don't like it there. I think it makes my face look a bit droopy, and I just don't think it's particularly flattering on my face shape. I like my blush a little bit higher up, kind of here. You can't, because you've always got kind of a bit of concealer or a bit of powder and foundation. Even if you put this on before you put your powder on, which is what I always do, it just doesn't play, they don't play well with other products. They're only meant to be used, in my opinion, they only work well if you use it on bare skin, and I don't always want to do that. Well, I never want to do that. If I'm wearing makeup, I'm wearing makeup. Like, it's just annoying. So Yeah, they're very difficult to get them to work for you is my issue. What else do I have makeup wise? These, okay. Oh, I love these. I think they're such lovely, lovely lipsticks, but something's very wrong with the packaging. And I'm talking about the Glossier Generation G lipsticks. I've got the shade Zip here, and I've got the shade Crush, and I've also got the shade, the nude one, is it Bear? I can't remember. I was going to wear that today, but then I didn't in the end. Crush is my favourite. It's a lovely kind of berry tone. It looks a lot darker than it is there, but they're very kind of sheer, almost like balm formula lipsticks, like you can see from that swatch there. Sheer, really, really beautiful. But they always break inside their packaging just at this point here, because the formula's a bit drier, I would imagine, is the culprit. And you try to use it and it just falls out. It completely like just falls out of its packaging. It's not going to do it now, but this one is broken, and you have to kind of shove it back in really hard, and it's made it go all messy on the inside because of that. And I just don't think it's a particularly good design, but the product is so good. Like, I love the product. Like here, like look, that's completely twizzled the wrong way. You have to twizzle it the right way and then shove it down really hard, but you don't want to shove it down too hard because you don't want to like completely break it. I've tried the like heating it up and then putting it back in and putting it in the fridge and all that jazz. It's not, it's the packaging. Something's wrong with it, and it's not just me that feels like this. I know everyone complains about these, and Glossier still haven't fixed it, which I just think is really, really irritating because they're such good lipsticks, and they're not that cheap either. They're like MAC lipstick prices, so Glossier really needs to fix that because it's really annoying. What else do I have that's makeup related? Oh, these, okay. These are quite high end as well. And these are the Charlotte Tilbury Mini Celebrity Lipstick Charms. So you get 3 of them in here. I think this retails for about £30, if I'm not mistaken. And you get 3 shades in here. So you get Secret Selma, Kim KW, and Karina Love. Secret Selma is actually my favourite from these shades, but be prepared for me to show you how much product you get in here, okay? Because I just think it's laughable. That is what you get in here. Now I get it, they're minis, it's 3 of them, but it is literally like 1.44 ounces. I just think that's naughty. For the price, I think they're really, really tiny, and I just think it's a bit laughable. That annoys me. Then that's it for makeup. Let's move on to kind of skincare / other products. Self-tan. This is the Superdrug Solate Mousse Dark Tan. I really like the colour this gives. I like how it applies. It's a nice warm tone tan, which I like on my skin. It's very dark when you apply it. Very dark, like you're JLo coloured and you look beautiful. But my 2 things that annoy me about this are, 1, it's really sticky, it never dries down. You can put this on at 6 o'clock in the evening, you go to bed at like midnight, it's still sticky. That's annoying, number 1. Number 2, the guide colour is a lot darker than the colour it leaves you with. Once you've rinsed off, you're not that tanned. And the colour it gives isn't any better or lasts any longer than using something like the Cocoa Brown Extra Dark, which is what I used last night, which I prefer because it's easier maintenance. So that annoys me. I still use it because I do like the colour. It's just, I think it's just a bit kind of, it's a bit of a faff to use. It's flawed. Then I've actually got a product from The Ordinary to share with you, and this is The Ordinary Vitamin C Suspension, 30% in silicone. I get the concept of that most vitamin C's, in order for them to work on the skin and be effective, can't be particularly pleasurable formulas. I get that. I accept that. However, this is just really, really not pleasant to use. It's scratchy almost. It stinks. You can wash your hands about 15 times and your hands will still stink afterwards. And the formula kind of itches. It does work nicely. That's why I do still keep it, and it is still quite effective. but the application is really, really, really unenjoyable, and I just think it's just a bit like annoying, because you want something that's not like a punishment to use, and this is kind of a punishment to use, but it works well, so that's what annoys me about it. Then I have another skincare product. This is an expensive one as well, actually, from Glam Glow, and this is their Sonic Gravity Firming Treatment. Not gonna lie, I probably only bought this because I saw people on Instagram raving about it. I don't think it necessarily does anything, but then I think most face masks are kind of like that unless it's a clay mask. My issue with this is it's insanely fragrant. It looks really cool when you put it on, which is really fun, all of that, but what annoys me about it is so heavily fragranced. I don't have an issue with fragrance in skincare. I think there's a time and a place for it, but this is very, very heavily fragranced, and it's kind of off-putting when you're wearing it. Then what else do I have here? Okay, this is a product that I really like, but I'll tell you what annoys me about it. This is the Lacura Exfoliating Mud Mask. This is basically their version of Glam Glow. The packaging's beautiful. It was like £6, really good. The mask itself looks like that. It's a nice kind of wet clay, similar in texture to something like the Fab Pour from Soap & Glory, but it's very exfoliating. It's nice. The thing that annoys me about it is so tingly. I've got very hardy skin. I can pretty much slap on whatever and I'm okay. This is so tingly that I think most people would struggle to use this. Like, it's more so than the BHA, AHA mask from The Ordinary, more so than anything I've ever used, if I'm being honest. It's really, really hardcore, really tingly. But then when you rinse it off, it's just kind of nicely exfoliated skin. It's not giving you a new face, but the application is not so enjoyable because it's so tingly. So I will continue to use it because I do very much enjoy my skin feeling sort of nice and fresh afterwards, but it's not super kind to your skin. And then last but not least, this isn't for these two particular products specifically, but sheet masks in general annoy me. I just don't think sheet masks particularly do anything. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too negative for you. Let me know products that annoy you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.